In this lesson, we are looking to basics of algebra. We will start with linear equation. For linear equation, we have a form of ax plus b is equal to 0. Here, a is called coefficient, b is called constant, x is called variable, and we can say that here we have a one, it's called degree or exponent. We call this one linear equation because when we have a graph of it in xy plane, we will look at it in second lesson, but I want to say it now. It has a line. It has a line as a graph. Here our aim is finding x. For finding x, we have to put b to second side. We will get ax is equal to negative b, and x is equal to negative b over a. And it is our solution. Okay, let's solve 5x plus 10 is equal to negative 15. 5x is equal to negative 25 and x is equal to negative 5. It means that we have only one solution. But sometimes we can have a different number of solutions. Let's write another example. 5x plus 10 is equal to 5 multiplied by x plus 3. Let's do simplification. We will get 5x plus 10 is equal to 5x plus 15. Then we have to put all variables in one side and all constant in second side. So we will get 5x minus 5x is equal to 15 minus 10. And we get 0 is equal to 5. But we know that 0 is not equal to 5. It means that there is no solution for this equation. Now let's look another case. Third one, 5x plus 10. Now it is equal to 5x plus 2. Let's do some simplification. 5x plus 10 is equal to 5x plus 10. We have same thing in both sides, so we can say that it is 5x minus 5x is equal to 10 minus 10, and it is 0 is equal to 0. Whatever you put instead of x, you will get same number for both sides. For example, if you put 1 here, you will get 15 from first side and also 15 from second side. If you put 2, you will get 20 for both of them. It means that there's a infinite number of solutions for this equation. So if we summarize, when you get x is equal to some number, it means that there's a one solution. If you get 0 is equal to non-zero number, it means that there's no solution. And when you get 0 is equal to 0, it means that there's an infinite number of solutions. Now let's do some simplification. Now let's create a formula for this rule. For example, you have two linear equations in both sides, and you are doing simplification, and you are getting this form: ax plus b is equal to cx plus d. Okay, now let's look first one. Here you can see that here we have 5x, and in the second side you have 0x. So they are not equal to each other. When coefficients of x are different from each other, a is not equal to c. It means that there's a one solution. When you have same coefficient, a is equal to c and b is not equal to d, it means that there is no solution. And when a is equal to c and b is also equal to d, it means that there's an infinite number of solutions. You can set this type of question in the exam. For example, 3x plus 10 is equal to 5 multiplied by x plus ax, let's say plus 2. Okay, here first you have to identify what's the coefficient of x from both sides and what's the constant from both sides. Let's say that let's make a question like this. For what value of a, this equation has infinite number of solutions. First, let's write here 3x plus 10. Let's write instead of 310. Okay, second side is 5x plus 5ax plus 10. Okay, here coefficient is 10 and 5 and 5a. It means that 10 have to be equal to 5 plus 5a when it has an infinite number of solutions. From here, a is equal to 1. And constant have to be equal to each other, so they are equal to each other, no need to look them. Okay, now when two linear equations are given, it is called system of equation or system of linear equation. For system of equation, we have a1x plus b1y is equal to c1, a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. Okay, here a1, a2, b1, b2 are coefficients, x and y are variables, c1 and c2 are constants. Let's look how to solve it. Here we have three methods. First one is called elimination method. For elimination method, you have to make one of variables equal to each other. For example, you have to make a1 equal to a2 with multiplying or dividing one of or both of equation by a constant, or you have to do same thing b1 or b2, which one is comfortable, you choose it. Let's give example. 2x plus 4y is equal to 10, x plus 5y is equal to, let's say, 1. Okay, here we can make coefficient of x equal to each other. This one is 1. That's why I am choosing multiplying it by 2. Or you can divide first one by 2. It's also right. So we will get 2x plus 4y is equal to 10. 2x plus 10y is equal to 2. Let's do subtraction. 2x minus 2x 0. 4y minus 10y is negative 6y is equal to 8. Y is equal to 8 over negative 6. Or you can do you can make coefficient of y equal to each other, but it will be a little bit harder. You can multiply it by 5, you can multiply it by 4, then you can find also x. Okay, after finding one of variables, you have to put it in the one of equation, then you have to find value of x. Okay, second method is called substitution method. Okay, let's look substitution method. For substitution method, you have to find one of variables in terms of other one. From second equation, we can say that x is equal to 1 minus 5y. Then you have to write this 1 minus 5y in the first equation. Then we will get a linear equation with one variable. After that, we are finding value of y from this equation. Then you have to put it in the one of them. Then you can find value of x. Okay, third method is called graphing method. For graphing method, we are using Desmos calculator. Actually, I am recommending it when complicated system of equation are given. For example, when system of equation is given with fraction, or it is a little bit harder for you, then use graphing, because you cannot do technical mistake in graphing if you write same thing here. Okay, now let's take this one. 2x plus 4y is equal to 10. X plus 5y is equal to 1. Then we are looking intersection point. So answer is 7 point. We can think it like 7 2 over 3 as a x, and for y it is negative 4 over 3. So I can say that this one is the easiest one. Okay, we learn how to find solution of system of equation. Now let's look how to find number of solution for system of equation. Okay, let's say that again we have a1 x plus b1 y is equal to c1, and same thing. Okay, here for this question, for example, for this one we have one solution. When you find y is equal to some value and x is equal to some value, it means that there's a one solution. Also, when you find y is equal to 0, for example, and x is equal to 0, it also means that there's a one solution. Sometimes students think this one means there's no solution, there's zero solution, but actually it is not. Okay, here when a1 over a2 is not equal to b1 over b2, there's a one solution. Instead of one solution, maybe you can see unique solution. It's also same. Let's take an example. 2x plus y is equal to 10. 5 plus let's write x plus y is equal to 5. 2 over 1 and 1 over 1. When do cross multiplication, we will get 2 is equal to 1, but it is not. So it is not equal. Okay, if you look here, this part, and you see that they are not equal to each other, it means that there's a one solution. But if they are equal to each other, we have to look its relation with third one, c1 over c2. If they are not equal to third one, it means that there is no solution. Instead of no solution, you can see something like that. They will never intersect, because both of them are linear equation, they are lines, and if they never intersect, it means that there is no solution. And also I want to add this one here. When you write this both equation in Desmos or graphing calculator, you will get something like that. Two lines intersecting at one point, and this point is the solution. Okay, for no solution, you will see two parallel lines. Let's take example. 2x plus y is equal to 10. 4x plus 2y is equal to 5. Okay, here 4 over 2 is equal to 2 over 1. They are equal to each other, because when you do cross multiplication, you will get 4 is equal to 4, or you can think both of them is equal to 2, and 5 over 10, but they are not equal to 5 over 10. This one is 1 over 2 actually. Here it is 2. If you try to solve it, if you multiply second one by 2, and if you find difference of them, you will get 0 is equal to negative 15. It means that there is no solution. a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2, and if they are equal to C1 over C2, it means that there's an infinite number of solutions. So if you write both equations to decimals, you will get one line. When you get one line, actually there's a two identical lines in this, let's say, same coordinates. That's why you see one line. It means that there's an infinite number of solutions. Let's take example: x plus 2y is equal to 5, 2x plus 4y is equal to 10. When you multiply first one by 2, you will get same thing with second one. It means that there's no solution. I'm sorry, there's a two identical equation, and it means that there's an infinite number of solutions. Okay, now let's look some other topic like absolute value. I think absolute value and inequality are short topics. That's why I am dividing both of them into two parts. I am putting one part in this topic and second part in the second lesson. Now let's look just what's the meaning of absolute value. Okay, when you have absolute value, it means that absolute value of 5 is equal to 5. Absolute value of negative 5 is equal to 5. So you can see that both of them are equal to each other. Let's look them in x-axis. Okay, here is 0, here is 5, here is negative 5. Actually, absolute value shows distance between this coordinate and 0. So here is 5, distance is 5, and also this distance is 5. That's why absolute value of 5 and negative 5 are equal to each other. From here, let's write when absolute value of x is equal to 5, it means that x is equal to 5 and x is equal to negative 5. So it means that when absolute value equation is equal to positive number, there's a two solution. When absolute value of x is equal to 0, x can be 0 because there's no negative or positive 0, and when absolute value of something is equal to negative 5, there is no solution. Okay, after that, let's look example like this. When absolute value of y is equal to, okay, when y is greater than 0, it is equal to y, but when it is less than 0, it's equal to negative a. Sometimes students think this one as a negative number, but because a is negative number, there's a 2 negative here, and it's actually a positive number. Think it like this. Maybe it is a little bit confusing. Think it like negative 5. It's actually a positive 5, but we are just multiplying it by negative to making it positive. So it's a positive number, shortly. For inequality, generally we have x over 5. X is more than 5. I hope you know what's the name of this sign. That's why I just say it briefly. This one is greater than, less than, greater or equal, and less than or equal. When you find it, again, our aim is isolating x. 2x is greater than negative 5, x is greater than negative 2.5. It's same with equation. You have to do same thing, but when you multiply it by negative number, all of them, you have to make this one reverse. For example, 5 is greater than 3, but negative 5 is less than negative 3. And also when you write 5 is greater than 3, and when you write negative 1 here, it will be something like that, reverse. Okay, let's continue with this rule. when A is bigger than B and C is bigger than D, you can add this greater side, A plus C is greater than B plus D, but you cannot write A plus B is greater than C plus, no, I'm sorry, A plus D is greater than C plus B. It is not correct. And also one thing I want to add here, when you get, for example, x is greater than 5 as an answer, it means that your answer is any number starting from 5 but not 5 until positive infinity. But when you, for example, solve this one, 2x will be eliminated, so 0 is greater than 5. It means that we know that 0 is not greater than 5, it means that there's a no solution here. But if you get 5 is greater than 0, it means that there's an infinite number of solution. And the last thing we will learn is absolute value of x is greater than 10. We can open it like x is greater than 10 and x is less than negative 10. This part and this part are solution. But when x is, absolute value of x is less than 10, it means that x is less than 10 and greater than negative 10. Okay, it's the end of our first lesson. Following this lesson, I will do some question. I will solve some questions related to these topics. Thank you for watching.